Good morning, friends. So have you been interested in trying K-beauty skincare, but you really don't want to order it from overseas and wait a really long time? If you're worried about getting real products or getting duped, today I'm going to do a little morning skincare while sharing both my morning and PM only K-beauty routine. But I'm specifically only going to show you guys products you can get from Amazon that are guaranteed to be real. And I'm going to share you guys how to navigate the world of counterfeit beauty. So if you want to check it out, please keep watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for being here. Let's talk a little bit about K-beauty skincare. I feel like it's just as popular as ever. And you're seeing it pop up more and more nowadays. And what is the difference between K-beauty and Western skincare? This is the way I see it from a chemist standpoint. In testing, I got a lot of products in front of me. Testing a lot of K-beauty is one of my favorite things. In K-beauty, you're gonna see a lot more skin barrier strengthening, really hydrating products, soothing ingredients, things to kind of calm your skin, keep irritation at an all-time low, and just keep your barrier healthy. Whereas the Western approach to skincare is a lot more targeting specific. So for me, finding a product that's going to target my dark spot, anti-aging, using retinoids in products. And so those more active, stronger, sometimes irritating ingredients, you're not gonna find as much in K-beauty. And even when you do, sometimes it's like at a lower irritation potential. Like BHAs, for example, salicylic acid is in so many Western products, but actually in K-beauty products, when you see BHA, it is usually a derivative of salicylic acid. And so it is actually a little bit weaker, but less sensitizing. So knowing the difference, I think, is key, because you might be like me and some days you really want to focus on your barrier. Maybe you do have sensitive skin like I do and have rosacea and deal with that kind of thing. And so you're like, it's a great day to use my K-beauty products that I know are going to be really nourishing and strengthen my barrier so it's nice and strong again, so that I can still use my actives to tackle things like that. Because K-beauty in and of itself, probably you're not going to see a big difference with something like this if you're like me. But I find, and why I am such a huge fan of K-beauty, is that kind of combining my K-beauty products with a few of my more active products from Western skincare will kind of give me that balance. So I'm still getting those active ingredients and yet I'm still keeping my barrier strong. And so that's what I do. Some days I will only use K-beauty skincare. There's no rule you can't mix and match or that you have to use one or the other. And so I just like to test products. It's probably obvious to you by now. And I have some amazing K-beauty products here that you can get really quickly and still very affordable through Amazon. Because I find the biggest thing with K-beauty is, okay, am I getting a real product, and where do I buy from overseas? And I'll be honest, the first couple times I purchased, it took me months to get what I ordered. Let me preface this by saying there are a lot of counterfeit products on Amazon. It's getting worse and worse. And so I'm gonna show you one of my very favorite brands and sunscreens. Beauty of Joseon, okay? This product you cannot get on Amazon, but if you actually search for it, you will see so many. So I'm gonna kind of show you, how do you know when you go to Amazon if you're buying from legit the company? I am going to put a list down in the description box below of all of the brand names that have a legitimate official store via Amazon. A lot of them sell to Amazon. Now know that a lot of their prices are higher through Amazon than going to a store like Stylevana or Yes Style or Olive Young, something that is not based here in the US, okay? So if you want a lot for very little money, which is, let's be honest, one of the biggest factors for me of why I love K-Beauty is because it's very affordable. You should not have to spend $350 on a routine if it's K-Beauty, in my opinion. That's way overpriced because all of these things are extremely affordable. And when I say affordable, it's like, I think 20 bucks and under is an affordable product. Some of these are about that price on Amazon, but they are even cheaper if you buy from one of those. So I will also list some of them I have ordered from and had no problem. Just know that it will take longer. Obviously, they don't have like 2-day prime shipping. But if you're wanting sunscreen products, I recommend buying from one of those sites, not Amazon. The reason is because the US has different sunscreen regulations. In the US, sunscreens are labeled as drugs, not cosmetics, which is what they are in Korea. So you can't get this over here. Like, they have pulled those products from Amazon and from US sales. There's only one that I found that I will show you guys later. That is still being sold at the time of this video. It's still being sold on Amazon, and it is real. But I just want to give you a heads up. There's so much counterfeit on Amazon. So go to Amazon. I'll show you here. You actually search for the product or the brand name. Make sure it has an official store. Otherwise, if it has just a random name like distributed by, don't order from it. 99% of the time, it is going to be counterfeit, okay? And they really try to make it look real. But if you actually look very closely at the pictures online, most of the time the bottles are not the same. So you can't get this. This is a great one, and you can't get it on Amazon. You can only get it if you order from one of those sites, okay? Just know that. But like, Beauty of Joseon is one of my favorite brands, and you can get almost everything else they make. Sunscreen is just the exception. They do sell through Amazon, so you can get it. Just know that the price will be higher on Amazon. So what I do is when I just want one thing and I'm like, ooh, I really wanted to try that product, I will order through Amazon if it's just one thing. Now, if I'm gonna be doing a haul and I want a lot of stuff to try, which I have one coming, I will order through one of those sites where it's way more affordable. So know that all of this, if you were to buy all of it from Amazon, it would be probably 3 to 5 times the price as one of those sites. But if you're just wanting to start with a couple of K-beauty brands and you've never tried any before, some of them aren't much of a price difference. And so I'm gonna share my very favorites from high-end K-beauty, which is more like 30 bucks a bottle, to the super affordable ones like the Beauty of Joseon stuff that I really love. Let's just go from morning to evening routine. And I'm gonna do my AM routine as we talk through these things. Now, first step is always cleanse. I don't cleanse my skin in the morning. I just use a washcloth with water. I already did that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my toner step. This is optional. Obviously, everything in these steps is optional besides a cleanser at night, okay? Preferably double cleanse, which I'll get into that. And then a sunscreen during the day, and I'd say a double cleanse and moisturizer at night. Everything else is completely optional. Most likely, if you're watching this video, you're wanting to up your skincare game, and so I recommend adding some of these steps. What really got me in love with K-beauty was toners and essences, okay? Now, there is a big difference in like what that means. Pretty much any toner or essence is gonna be that liquidy phase of your routine. The first step after cleansing, the most liquid to the thickest, right? So toners and essences are going to be anything from an exfoliating product. Again, look at the ingredients. I don't think I have any of the exfoliating ones. I picked out my very favorite, and there are still a lot over here, okay? This is my favorite part of my routine. I don't skip it in the morning and I don't skip it at night because I feel like it has made the biggest difference in the overall glow I naturally have with my skin without anything on it. So if you've heard me talk about flooding, which is a K-beauty term of using like 7 different layers of toners, I tend to do a flooding in a very shortened version almost every day, depending on my time, of 3. So I want to show you guys my favorite 3, but I want to show you some of them I've been using and I love. Some of the viral ones. So the Anua Heartleaf Soothing Toner. I got this because it was viral. I feel like it's a great toner, but I don't find it as soothing as it is advertised. Like, I have very sensitive skin. This would burn my skin if, say, I just dermaplane my face and put this on. So know that if you have super sensitive skin, it might not be as soothing as you might think. Wouldn't be my first option. Yeah. I will show you plenty of Beauty of Joseon products that I'm obsessed with. This is their ginseng essence water. So many people say this is their holy grail. I think it's fine for a skincare product. I can't get past the smell. I don't know, ginseng, I guess. It's very fragrant. And I'm all for fragrance, but this is, I think, non-fragrance. It's just the ginseng root water. Can't get past the smell. So if you're sensitive to those very, very earthy smells, you might not like this one. I'm gonna show you another one that I like better from Haru Wonder. You can't even see how much I've used of this, but I use this one almost daily. This one is my favorite for just hydration. You're looking for hydrating and maybe you don't like the milky toners. This is a great one. This is the sensitive skin one. It doesn't burn. This is really great. Now, I recently got these because these are very viral right now. And I will be honest, the more products I'm trying from this line, the more I understand why they are viral. So, but I wanted to try both and I was like, do I really need the full size bottle? So I got the mini ones, both from Amazon, of the TirTir. Okay, so they have the milk skin toner and then they have the milk light. So I wanted to show you guys the difference because I love a good milky toner. So there's the normal one, okay? Both of these they have a little bit different ingredients, but the main one is chamomile rice extract, which is usually what you'll see in these milky toners in Korea. The light one is niacinamide and chamomile, but you can kind of tell it's much more watery. Can you see that it's not nearly as milky? It is much more lightweight. So according to the company, if you suffer from fungal acne, which is not actually a type of acne caused by too much humidity or too many like heavy moisturizing toners like this, they developed this one. So I've never had an issue with fungal acne. Fungal acne won't look the same as normal acne. It's more of like little bumps everywhere. I would recommend going to a dermatologist if you think you might have it. But if you're using like heavier, more occlusive products in your routine, it's one of the things that can cause it. So the light one is designed for that. I'll be honest, they're both good. I prefer the regular one. This one's a little bit so lightweight that maybe if it's gonna be like a really hot, humid day, like I could see myself using this more in summer and using the regular one in winter because I do love a milky toner. The next 3 are biphase, and I would say these are 3 of my very favorite besides this one. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna put this one on and let it absorb while I talk about the next one. So this is usually my famous 3. I kid you not, this is what I do when I wake up. My skin feels dehydrated. Maybe I'm lacking a little glow and I just need my skin to look luminous. I don't know. It is magical. It is my version of skin flooding. So I will use the Haru Wonder, and this one is almost serum-y, but it's still liquid. But it's a little thicker than just like water, if that makes sense. And I like to just press it in all the way up to my eyes to plump all those fine lines. Okay, and then I just give it a minute or two to kind of absorb before I go in with the next one. So that's the Black Rice Hyaluronic toner. Love that one. While that absorbs, I'm gonna share this one. This is a new to me product. They just launched. The Beauty of Joseon one I really have been loving. Okay, I want you to see this kind of bi phase. This is the Glow Replenishing Rice Milk Toner. Okay, that is actually a powder layer. And then you have this liquidy water layer. And it's such a cool product because it actually has kaolin clay in here to kind of give you more of like that satiny finish, to be not quite so, if you feel like you do this and you're just like too shiny, or say you have more oily skin in the summer, or just you live in a humid environment like me, when I know I'm gonna be going outside for like all day, I actually will skip this 3-layer and I will go in with this, and I feel like it helps so much with the humidity. Missouri is extremely humid, and this is just, it's just, I've never used a toner quite like this. So I've been using this a lot this summer, but you just shake it really well. And then it's got both of those. So it's got the water layer to hydrate. That's where all the hydrating ingredients are. And then that powder layer to kind of give you more of that satiny finish, almost like absorb oil and sweat a little bit. That's kaolin is a clay that absorbs. And it's good for your pores as well. So that one is so fun. So I'd say Beauty of Joseon, I would go with this one over the ginseng, but again, personal preference. This one has rice in it as well, which is the next one I'm gonna show you, but it has no scent. I just prefer it. This one is what I would consider a high-end K-beauty product. I still find it very affordable. 30 bucks, I feel like it's worth it. I have used this so many times I can't even count, and I feel like I've barely used any of it. But it's like more of like a luxury line in my opinion. This is Dr. Ceuracle. This is their vegan kombucha tea essence. So there's a lot of fermented products in K-beauty, and I am obsessed with it. It changes the properties of the ingredients when it's fermented. This is another biphase that you have to shake. And so in my little flooding routine, it becomes a milky toner once you shake it. This one is my fave. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. And again, this is one of my second step. And I know I've showed you guys that one before, but it is magic sauce. Okay, and then the next one I recently shared in my favorites, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail on it, but it's the I'm From Rice Toner. I bet you guys could have guessed it. Rice, I love anything with rice in it. In K-beauty, it is, my skin loves it. So if you haven't tried it before, this is another one that's biphase. I think I shook it already because you can't really see it, but I like to always, anytime I'm testing toners, I will use this one last. And I do that because it does kind of form this film on the skin that gives you that glow. So if you don't want the extra glowy, dewy look, you probably won't like this, but this is like one of the most hydrating toners. Even when I use it on its own, I can tell by looking at my skin that I've used this product. It is just so good, and it's like $12 on Amazon. Like, I have been using this for, so look at my purchase history. I've been using this so long, and I use it every day, sometimes twice a day, but it's gonna last me for such a long time. So if you like a milky toner, I promise you're gonna like it. I can't imagine why you wouldn't, unless you don't like a glowy look. Okay, so now I'm gonna let all that goodness soak in while we talk about pads. So one of the things K-beauty is kind of famous for is different kinds of like toner pads. And I've shared this one before, and you can get it on Amazon. So Anua, I will be honest, I prefer the pad form over this. Even though it's still the same heart leaf or whatever, this one has some PHAs in it, and I find it exfoliating. So this is a pad that I will reach for that has a little bit of like, you see the bumps on it? It is one of the most gentle exfoliations you can get. And I just love the convenience of just being able to take a pad and being like, okay, my skin feels a little rough this morning. I just need a little gentle exfoliation. And if you don't cleanse your skin in the morning, you might know what I mean. You might feel like you need to cleanse, but I can just go ahead and use something like this, and I feel like I can get off a little bit of dead skin at the same time that it's hydrating. So I prefer this. I don't necessarily reach for it when my skin is sensitive. I just reach for it when I need a little bit of exfoliation, and that's my go-to. Now, if my skin is sensitive, this one is one of the top sellers in Korea, Carrot Keratin Calming Water Pad. I like to take these and almost like spread it over the skin. I don't know how to describe it. You can actually take one pad, let me see if I can do it, and kind of pull it apart, if that makes sense, and take pieces of this and put it where you might have inflamed skin. So for me, if I've been outside a lot and the heat is what inflames my rosacea and also this dark spot, I will take a piece of this and like slap it on there and kind of let my skin cool down. It's like they have this amazing, like this was not in the fridge, but it is so cold to the touch. I don't know, it's really good. Now, I know some people are very anti-pads because they're wasteful. I don't use these every day, but they are convenient, so just personal preference. If you want to, they're convenient to kind of have when I need them. So after I dermaplane my face, my rosacea tends to flare up. And now I know I can take one of these and pop it on there. And literally I leave it on my face until the pad dries up. And then I take it off and my skin is so much happier afterwards. So to me, it's worth it. That was from SkinFood. I told you guys that's my favorite step. So that's why there was a lot. All you need is a toner. You don't necessarily need more than one. But again, if you're like me and you love the hydration and you really want to plump up your skin, it's one of my favorite anti-aging, I hate that word, but like it's one of my favorite products because I feel like it does so much just to plump the fine lines. If your skin is dehydrated, there is nothing that will age you faster. And I know a lot of people go straight to a hyaluronic acid, but in my opinion, I would rather flood my skin with a hydrating toner and get that effect. I feel like it works better for me than just a hyaluronic acid serum. Again, everyone's skin is different, but that's what I prefer. And it's one of the things I love about K-Beauty is they have amazing toners at great prices. Normally in my routine, I will tone and I will always just go in straight with a vitamin C. Now, like I said before, you don't see a lot of really strong actives when it comes to K-Beauty. So a lot of times if you see a vitamin C on a product, know that it is normally most likely not ascorbic acid. Now there are some, but in my stash, I couldn't find any that were from Amazon that were Korean. So here's one that I really love, especially for my sensitive skin girlies like me, or if you have rosacea. This one's got centella in it, but this is the Light On Serum, again, from BOJ, Beauty of Joseon. So this one has vitamin C, but it is a derivative. It'll straight up say that on the back. It's got 68% centella and just a 10% vitamin C derivative in it, meaning it is way less sensitizing, but that also means it has to convert in your skin before it can be converted into that ascorbic acid. So if you have sensitive skin, I highly recommend a vitamin C derivative. Like this is one of the reasons why K-Beauty products are so good for people with sensitive skin or damaged barriers or rosacea and all of that. But just know that it's not the same thing as ascorbic acid. But not everyone needs ascorbic acid. Yes, that is the strongest. Yes, that has the most benefits, but I will rotate between the two depending on my skin. And if my skin is a little sensitive that day, I will always grab this one. So this is one of my favorites because it's like this gel formulation. It just feels soothing. Like I feel like it calms my face right away. And so antioxidant is the number one thing. You want to look for something with antioxidants. Now, know that you might not need a separate serum because like ginseng is an antioxidant. There are a lot of antioxidants in some of these products. So if you don't want a separate, it doesn't have to be vitamin C, you can skip this. Get it from your toner, or you can get it from another serum that has more than one use. To me, this one is a calming and antioxidant serum since it's got both of those ingredients in it. It's gonna soothe the skin and give you some of that antioxidant protection before you put on your sunscreen. Okay, since I know I could talk about serums all day, I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. You guys, if you've been around here long enough, you know my love for snail mucin. Much like most of the planet, this was such a viral product time and time again. It kind of got me started on the K-beauty bandwagon, to be honest, years ago. So if you don't know all the benefits of snail, it's like snail farmers were found to have really soft hands. There are a lot of different ingredients in snail mucin, okay? So that's why this is such a cult favorite product. It has small amounts of a lot of good things, everything from hydrating to antioxidants like niacinamide. It's just loaded, okay? Problem is, some people have an allergy to this. They say if you're allergic to dust mites, you might be allergic to snail mucin. I know I'm allergic to dust, but this doesn't bother me at all, so you kind of have to do a patch test and see. But it is called an essence, but this is such a not liquidy type product. If you've ever tried it, this is, it's got that texture that you either love it or hate it. Once you put it on, it doesn't feel that way, but some people can't stand it. Okay, I found an alternative that I actually really like, that I like for different reasons. So I find this to be very hydrating, soothing, great for plumping those lines as well. Just a great all-encompassing product if you wanted to get your foot in the door for K-beauty. But this one really intrigued me because it is not from snails. So if you have an allergy, you can use it, and it's very similar. This is Mixsoon's Bean Essence, okay? Again, calling it an essence. Ooh, gosh, that a lot came out. Same texture, okay? This one I find, yeah, it's about the same. But the cool thing about this one is this one actually can do both. It can hydrate like that, but it can also exfoliate. And I'll be honest, I was very skeptical because I was like, I don't think that that will exfoliate. But if you've seen people use it, you use it almost like you do if you've used Cure. I've talked about Cure a million times, where you put a generous amount on the skin and you start rubbing it. And I was like, no, that's just gonna ball up the product. It's not gonna actually exfoliate. But I'm telling you guys, I'll have to shoot a video if you don't believe me. I can notice a difference. It does gently, very gently exfoliate the skin. So on days when maybe I'm not gonna use this and I do need to cleanse, I will almost use this as a very first step. I will put it on and I will just rub it around for a few minutes. No joke, it will ball up, and then I will do a gentle cleanse, and then I'll start with my toner serum step. So it wouldn't be like as a serum in that regard, but it does exfoliate and it is very gentle, but it actually works. I didn't believe it at first, but they were right. So you can just put it all over like a serum. It feels very much like the snail mucin, but it's really cool because it is from beans instead of snails. So if you are afraid snails are getting hurt, which they claim they're not, but it's an option. There you go. Real quick, I'm gonna show just a few more serums. You guys know my love for Centella. This is like my third bottle. This one is just their original ride or die, the Centella Asiatica, and this is very calming. If you have rosacea, irritated skin, this is so healing for me. I will never go without a bottle of this. I will say this Skin 1004 has a lot of other Centella serums, and they're not all available on Amazon. So I am testing another one that I did have to buy straight from Korea. and I'm loving it, but you can get the OG at least on Amazon, and it's very affordable. I've also showed this Purito one. I need to retest their products. Purito is a very good brand, but they've recently like reformulated and repackaged everything, and supposedly from what I've heard, they're way better than they used to be. So I went through half a bottle of this, and this is also a centella serum, unscented, but it has other things in it like peptides, ceramides. So it's like more than just centella. So if anyone has tried their newly packaged products, let me know what you think. I'm really curious. And then this Axis Y Dark Spot, this is another one that's gone very viral. Dark Spot Correcting Glow Serum. This one I find very hydrating, but it's got 5% niacinamide for dark spots. And then once again, Beauty of Joseon. I love this little trial serum thing, and you can get the pack of 4 on Amazon, which is really cool, but they have, I've already gone through full-size bottles of their propolis one, but they have Glow Deep, which is rice and alpha arbutin. So this one is very good for dark spots. Serum is propolis and niacinamide, so that's hydrating, also dark spots. They have a calming serum, green tea and panthenol, and then a revive serum, which is ginseng and snail mucin. But this one does not smell like the toner. So I can use these, no problem. So it's really kind of nice because you can kind of just like mix and match and use all of them. Some of my best skin days, I will be honest, was days I used all 4. I just layered one on top of the other, let each one absorb, and my skin was so good. So having all of them is really nice because you can kind of be like, okay, my skin's sensitive, I'm gonna use this one today, whatever you want, depending on the day. That's how I like to do it. I like to pay attention to my skin, use whatever my skin needs on days where I'm like, I don't know, mix and match, and I find some fun new combinations. Okay, let's finish up our morning. Now, I told you guys, there's not a lot of sunscreen available on Amazon that is true K-beauty. The only one I found was IsnTree, and I think it's because don't they sell in Sephora? I believe they do. So I'm not really sure why, but this is the only one I've been able to find on Amazon that's legit. And I will be honest, this hyaluronic acid watery sun gel is one of my favorites. I'm almost probably out of this one because I've been using it all summer. It is still really lightweight. You can see how like thin it is. So I usually do 3 instead of 2. It's probably not even enough, but just to show you guys on the face. It goes on like a very lightweight lotion. It is hydrating enough for me. When I do all these steps, my skin is very hydrated, right? I just flooded my skin with hydration and put on more hydrating serums. So I can get away with just a sunscreen, and that is my moisturizer. I'll show you guys some moisturizers for nighttime, but this one would be the only one I would say. All of the other ones, I'm sorry, like when I checked these websites of the most famous Korean sunscreens, none of them were available on their official store. So just a heads up, this one could be gone by the time I post this, I'm not sure. But another one I really like, but I believe it's because it does actually have some US filters in it, is I love the Abib sticks. I throw these in my bag every time we have a baseball game. This is what I use on my kids and myself. I do have 2 different versions. So quick sun sticks, oh my gosh, they're all like rubbing off because I've used them so much. So I think I've showed you guys this one before. This is like the clear gel. It's much more glowy, a little bit more tacky on the skin, and you can get it. I'm gonna have to look at the price, but I find it very affordable. It is cheaper from the other sites, but when you just need something quick, because my husband took this one, went out of town with my son, and I was like, oh, I need one. I ordered this one, and I could get it really quick, and I think it was less than 20 bucks. This one is the more matte version. And I love a glowy look. So I thought I'd like this one, but I actually really like the feeling of this one. It just is very soft. You can't feel it on the skin, especially when you're going, you gotta go 4 times over every area to get adequate protection. Remember that. So after you do 4 times, I mean, it's very lightweight. I think my kids even prefer this one as well. So now that I'm finally done with my face, let's very quickly talk about nighttime skincare. First things first, double cleanse. I just put on sunscreen. I have learned the hard way. If I wear a sunscreen during the day, because I wear it every single day, whether I'm going outside or not, I will break out if I don't double cleanse to remove sunscreen. It's one of the reasons why I bought this camera, which is a UV camera. For one, I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing a spot. So like I can see right now, I need to put more around my eyelids, but I can like see where, it's gonna be impossible to see on here, but I can see where I missed, okay? So same thing goes for at night. When I remove my makeup, I can look and see if I missed removing all my sunscreen. I can test how well cleansers remove my sunscreen. It's all about using some kind of oil or balm, whatever your favorite is, to break up that sunscreen so that way you can cleanse it in 2 steps. So my favorite, and I have tested so many recently, the Skin 1004, the Madagascar Centella oil. Again, this is gonna last you forever. This is my first step. I cleanse with oil, whether I'm makeup or sunscreen, I will use that first. This one is like one of my new favorite gentle cleanses. It is Etude House is the brand, and it's Soonjung, and this entire line of like barrier moisturizers, all of that is really good. This is their pH 6.5 whip cleanser, so I'm just gonna kind of show you a little bit. It is like, just like it sounds, it's a nice foam, but it's like completely unscented. It rinses really easily. It's just the most mild. If you can think of gentle, so gentle. So I use this just to kind of make sure I've gotten all of that oil off, and I'm telling you, my skin doesn't feel stripped, doesn't feel dry. It is one of my favorites that I've ever used from a K-beauty line as far as cleansers go. And when you look at the ingredients, it's loaded with glycerin, the centella plant, and also panthenol to actually soothe your skin if it's irritated as well. I can tell you, I'd say I would feel very confident that using this on irritated or broken skin would not hurt my barrier at all. Like, so good. As far as treatments for nighttime, like I said, there are not a lot of retinoid products in K-beauty. I was gifted this line, and I will say it's still probably my favorite that I've tried from K-beauty that is a retinoid. It is because it comes in different strengths. It is kind of formulated so that it's very soothing, and it is not irritating at all. I feel like even if you've never tried a retinoid, which I find all K-beauty products are, like they're all, I don't want to say weaker actives, but they always are formulated in a way to not, damage the integrity of your barrier, which I feel like is so important. I feel like so many people go too hard with actives in Western skincare, and that's part of the reason why like K-beauty is popular, because it's not gonna wreck your skin, right? So these are both by Mizon, which is another one, and this is the Retinol Youth Serum and the Retinol Youth Cream, and one's at 0.3 and one's at 0.1. But they even have bakuchiol in them so that they kind of give you that form as well. If you don't know, it's a plant-based. There's not as much research on it as people lead you to believe, but the research that has been done has shown that it can give similar benefits. Again, more research needs to be done, I will be honest, but I find products with both are more promising in my opinion, because I wouldn't want to just use one with only that, because there's not enough evidence-based support yet. But when it has both, it's known to be not irritating at all, so I feel like why not combine the two? Maybe you can get double the benefits, right? Once you use your retinoid, you can use any of those serums that I talked about. Or you can just use your retinoid and go straight in and top it off with your moisturizer. So one of my favorites, again, is the snail cream. I love the texture of this because I feel like it's got that same effect, but it isn't heavy. To me, it's more like a gel texture. So if you have oily skin, I find this one to be really good. And I feel like it absorbs really quick, which is nice in the summer if you don't, want to feel it too much, especially if it's humid. My favorite find recently is this product. Now, supposedly this is a very popular line, almost like maybe comparable to like how in the US we have these like really low irritation brands like Vanicream or Cetaphil or CeraVe or something like that. That's what it seems like, but I'm telling you, this cream is so good. I can see why it's viral. This is the Aestura Ado Barrier 365 cream. Moisturizing cream, strengthening skin barrier, dry and sensitive skin. Oh, holy moly, good for sensitive skin. I'm telling you, my skin looks so much better when I use this at night. I don't know what it is. It's nothing fancy. It has no scent. It's just the most basic, but basic in a good way. Like, I would trust this to revive my skin no matter how I jacked it up. Like, that's how confident I am in this cream. So anytime I'm testing a new product and I don't know what it's gonna do, I put this over it and I'm telling you, I wake up and my skin looks so good. It's so happy. I never have a breakout when I use this. I don't know what it is. So this has been like my go-to lately. I've been using this at night and it's just so basic, but lots of ceramides and lipids. And I'm like, whatever it is, my skin is happy. And isn't that the key, right? Finding a product that makes your skin very happy every time you use it. So I highly recommend this. I really want to use more from this line now because this is how my obsession starts. I try one product. If I like it, I buy more. If I try a product from a line and I don't like it, I usually don't buy anything else from that line again. So this one won me over with the first bottle. Okay, I can't end without some lip products. You guys know me. I have shared a couple of these before. Torriden is another brand. This is their lip essence. I find I use this one more like during the day. It has like no scent. It's just kind of really lightweight, soothing. It feels very silky, not goopy. And I feel like it's just like a great everyday kind of lip balm product, but they call it a lip essence. But I like this one to be able to like throw in my bag and go. This has been my new obsession. This is the CNP Laboratory Purpleous Lip Serum. Lip Serum. Serum. I can't talk. Serum, not serum. Serum. And this is definitely not an easy to travel with product probably, but this is what I've been putting on my lips at night. You just twist. Can you guys see? A little goes a long way. Like that would probably be way too much. It's very Vaseline feeling. It's very thin, but I feel like it stays on my lips overnight, which is normally like my test, right? Like, will this stay on my lips and not just be gone by morning? It doesn't really have a taste or smell. It might bother you if you're really sensitive to like, I don't know, kind of like, it doesn't taste like Vaseline, but it's kind of like that where it's kind of like an anti-taste. That might not make any sense, but you know what I mean? There's something there, but it's not flavored. It's not fragranced. It's not scented, but it feels great. So this has been my new fun one to just stick next to my nightstand, kind of pop it up. I don't know, something about packaging like this. makes me happier when I use it. I like good packaging. What can I say? Oh, and I almost forgot eyes. How could I almost forget eyes? Okay. I do like this Benton is the brand, Fermentation Eye Cream. If you're looking for something that's like really kind of like more nourishing peptide ceramides, like it's more of like a cream and it's thicker and kind of feels a little bit more silicone based. It's very like soft, I don't know how to describe it, but I almost have to like kind of like pat it in, if that makes sense. Because it's more of this cream formulation. It's got some fermented ingredients. It's got a lot of really cool ingredients in this product. But I'd say if I had to pick one, I'm going back to Beauty of Joseon because this one is so good. I have so many of my clients, you guys, that love this. This is the Revive Eye Serum, Ginseng and Retinol. You guys know I love Retinol, precursor to Retinoid, and this is like a nice yellow retinol color. If you have milia, if you're prone to milia, if you just have some like clogged oil glands around your eyes that are causing little dots like I have, this is one of the things that I feel like I can use around my eyes. It's retinoid based, and it will help skin cell turnover over time, but it's gentle enough that it's not going to cause irritation. This is what I would go for. Like, it is probably my favorite eye cream that I feel like I just don't know if you can find a better one with retinoid in it that is as gentle, that it's like more of like a serum. It doesn't smell like ginseng. Doesn't smell at all. You can tell. I'd say if I had to pick one line that I love almost everything from. I have tried a couple of things like this that was not my favorite. Granted, it was just the smell, and I was a little sensitive to it. But Beauty of Joseon makes amazing, amazing products for the price point. It's hard to beat. I'd say second, probably be this Skin 1004. Love everything I've ever tried from them. So if you're looking for an eye serum that's anti-aging, this one's got retinol in it. It does, and you don't see it a lot in K-Beauty products, but it's a very, like I said, it's not the strongest form. It's not like tretinoin. It has to be converted once it gets in the skin, but you don't want anything that strong around your eyes anyway, unless you're a seasoned retinoid user. This is so good. It's like soothing at the same time. I've never had any irritation with this. Oh, this is a holy grail of mine. So yes, bonus level. We're gonna just mask real quick. My favorite sheet masks. Can you guys guess? You'll be able to guess based on these two. Boom. Centella, obviously. The Skin 1004. It's just an ampule in a mask form. So if I like really red, irritated skin, this. Or Snail Mucin in a mask form. Like both these products, holy grail. Just, if you like a sheet mask, again, if you don't because of the waste, sorry, but these two are two of my favorites, a stock up. A viral mask that I shared this over on Instagram. The Biodance is a K-Beauty line, and this one is so good. Now, no, anything that says collagen does not mean it's rebuilding collagen. Collagen in any skincare product, when you see it as a marketing term, think hydrating. That's the only thing collagen can do to your skin topically is hydrate, okay? So, but I saw amazing results with this. This is the like a jelly type mask that then goes clear and then you peel it off. It's very satisfying. Some people say they don't do anything. I had great results, and I will definitely use something like this for special occasions. I'm not gonna use one every day, but like when I'm gonna have like a special night or something, I would totally use this the morning of for like 3 to 4 hours and then take it off and do my makeup. It gives an insane glass skin glow to your skin. Really plumping effect from all the hydrating ingredients. Again, you can do your skincare under it and then put it on, let it fully absorb. I really like it. I know it has mixed opinions, but I thought it was really good. Again, it's hyaluronic acid. It's got a lot of good ferments as well, but that low molecular weight collagen is just moisturizing, okay? So just know that. Everything else is just marketing. There you go. I'm sorry, that was a lot. So, like I said before, I will link everything straight to Amazon, straight to the legit store down in the drop box below the video so that you know you're getting legit products, because you can never be too careful nowadays. I'll list a bunch of my favorite K-beauty brands as well that all have official stores. Now, I probably won't list all of them that technically have official stores because there are too many to list, but the ones that I have tried and I love things from their brands, because you don't need to spend loads of money on K-beauty products. There are a lot of amazing, affordable products out there. I think it's crazy that some people are overpaying when these are the type of products that have given me the best results by far. Now, if you're looking to save a buck and you might have to wait a little bit longer, I will also list some great companies you can buy from to get your sunscreens and to get more products. There are a lot of K-beauty products out there that you can't get on Amazon yet. So I will list those stores as well in case you wanna do a little shop. There you go. If you have any questions about any of the products I mentioned today from Amazon, some of my favorites, and my morning and night routine, just drop them in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Love you.